I'm writing this story having just returned from a week-long road trip across the American Southwest, during which I experienced what I believe to be a series of paranormal events with tangible consequences and stark parallels to Navajo legend. The post may read somewhat blog-like, but what happened to me changed my outlook on life, Native American legends, and how we interact with them, which to me is paranormal. I planned the trip for months. The itinerary was to visit the following national parks. Day 1, Drive. Day 2, Bryce Canyon and Capitol Reef. Day 3, Canyonlands and Arches. Day 4, Black Canyon of the Gunson. Day 5, Mesa Verde. Day 6, Grand Canyon. Day 7, Drive. Ambitious, right? Not listed are a dozen or so national monuments, state parks, and other points of interest along the route. Common to all these places, the deep millennia-old connection to the Native Americans who once dwelled there, and their abundant rock art and habitation sites. When you're in these places, there's almost a different energy to them, but that's something I'll get to later. Materially, the remnants of these people's cultures and lives are everywhere, and the importance of respecting that fact cannot be overlooked. I feel silly writing this, as someone who describes himself as essentially an atheist, but when you're in these places, the spirits are indeed watching you, and will make it known if you upset them by slapping your shit. Sometimes, they just slap your shit for fun. Day 1. The drive went up without event, up through Tehapachi, a classic California scene, golden grasslands and verdant oaks. From there, desert until nightfall. I slept at a rest stop an hour outside of Bryce the first night, exhausted from a 10-hour drive. In my car, the night was spent cramped and restless. The following day is where I think the actual paranormal events began unfolding, and Bryce Canyon is where I believe I picked up the bad spirit, as legend would foretell. For anyone not familiar, Bryce Canyon is known for its towering orange hoodoos, spires of eroded rock with dimpled surfaces that take on almost human-like forms. Take the Queen's Garden, the area named after a hoodoo that resembles Queen Victoria, seated on a throne. At least, to whoever named it anyway. But the Native Americans have their own legend on how the hoodoos were born. The Paiute legend goes as follows. Before there were humans, the legend people, Tuwenaungwa, lived in that place. There were many of them. They were of many kinds. Bird, animals, lizard, and such things. But they looked like people. They were not people. They had power to make themselves look that way. For some reason, the legend people in that place were bad. They did something that was not good. Perhaps a fight. Perhaps some stole something. The tale is not clear at this point. Because they were bad, Coyote turned them all into rocks. You can see them in that place, now all turned into rocks. Some standing in rows, some sitting down, some holding onto others. You can see their faces, with paint on them, just as they were before they became rocks. The name of that place is Anka Kuwas Awits, red painted faces. This is the story the people tell. As far as hikes go, the Queen's Garden / Navajo Loop is top notch. Easy. Early in the morning it was largely empty, and the rising sun made the entire place glow radiant orange. And yet, in the darkest reaches of the canyon, you almost get the sense that something was watching, especially in the Wall Street area, for whatever reason. When I hiked that portion, I had a fear like a wild animal was going to attack me, and yet there are no real predators to be afraid of. I felt an urge to leave, abandon the trip. I finished the loop, visited the various observation points, pick-related, and then departed for Capitol Reef, as throngs of people began to flood into the canyon, and the line at the entrance gate grew even larger. The plan was to drive from Bryce Canyon to Capitol Reef via scenic Byway 12. The 12 is easily one of the finest roads in the entire country, traversing the Grand Staircase, Escalante National Monument, and the Dixie National Forest, with incredible views of the eroded, colorful rock formations Utah is known for, as well as the less often acknowledged large mountains and dense forests. What an incredible drive. I found myself mouth agape at so many different places. I would mutter, wow, to myself with seemingly every turn. The road wound its way through the landscape with carnival ride-like twists and turns atop narrow ridges and along the edges of deep canyons. Not a drive for the faint of heart. The scale wrought before you is hard to comprehend, a common theme when it comes to Utah. I reached the crest of the road, and so the trouble began. At 9,600 feet, There's a viewpoint ahead, steep creek overlook. Time to turn off here, take some photos. Stop the car, immediately disturbed by a hissing and gurgling sound. Huh, that's weird. Hop out, think to myself, wow, that hissing sounds bad. Someone's car is definitely messed up. Look at my hood, steam is shooting out. Something is dripping below the car. Oh shit. Shit. Open the hood. There's molten antifreeze spraying everywhere. It slightly burns my hand and face. The entire engine compartment around the radiator is covered in white dots. The coolant tank isn't just bubbling, but violently shaking. No town for 50 miles. No real mechanic for 100+ miles. Get back in car. Do some breathing exercises. It's okay, just stay calm. Roll down the mountain in neutral as much as possible. It will resolve. It's just the altitude or something. I'm pretty sure that's normal. I don't know a lot about cars. Start rolling down the mountain. 10 miles pass. 20. 30. Phone signal returns. Pull over and Google, why is my coolant tank bubbling? Read the words, blown head gasket. Start freaking out even more. After another 30 miles or so, I had descended the mountain and was delighted to find the issue had spontaneously resolved. Cool, looks like I'm doing Capitol Reef today. Once again, another place of an incomprehensible beauty. At Cassidy Arch, you can almost feel you're entering another realm. It's so unbelievably beautiful, but takes almost zero effort to access. I tread here so easily, it almost feels sinful. What was once a place that was probably the endpoint of a multi-day/week-long pilgrimage is now a 2-hour frolic for ignorant selfie takers. From Capitol Reef, I planned on camping in a place called Goblin Valley, but along the way, the problem manifested once again, but worse. I can hear the gurgling now as I drive. It has evolved into a gurgling and knocking sound with a subtle hiss. Scared now, more than ever. The sun is going down. I'm in the middle of nowhere. I have no signal again. Make my way down on a winding dirt road to where I planned on camping, passing by a beautiful pictograph panel in the temple wash. Its ominous red humanoid forms are illuminated by the last rays of the setting sun, like they are in a spotlight. Holy shit. A pocket of phone signal. For whatever reason, it's at pick related and only pick related. Have LTE and 2 bars. 25 feet in either direction? Nada. I call family. Tell them I may need help. Dad is pissed. Wife is scared. Mom doesn't answer. Feel very alone. Every time I start the car, the engine bubbles and hisses. When I turn off the car, it continues hissing and the engine stays on. Why the hell is the engine still running if the car is off? Okay, the engine is melting. Cool. Decide to head to the nearest town of Green River. I'll see a mechanic in the morning. Stay the night in the shittiest Motel 6 I've ever been in. Cried like a little bitch. It was at this point I had a revelation, as if I were being instructed by someone to reach out. I focus on the local spirits. Try to channel them, for a lack of better words. Ask them why. Ask them for help. Previous photo is of Cassidy Arch, not where I had signal. My bad. Pick related is the actual spot where I had signal. Before I go further, I'm not insane. I'm a normal person. But I've browsed X so long, I'm open. I'm a skeptic, but I'm open. And man, I was desperate. Easily the most desperate I've ever been in my life. I was indeed begging for mercy from the spirits. That's what I was reduced to. But I do believe that is what saved my ass, as insane as it sounds. I begged the spirits to reconsider. I apologized for trespasses I may have levied against them. I told them it wasn't fair what they were doing, that if I was to be punished, I should at least know what it was for. Did I go somewhere I wasn't supposed to? Did I break something? Please reconsider. I fell asleep that night doing breathing exercises, trying to stay calm. It worked surprisingly well. I awoke the next morning, 2 minutes before my alarm was scheduled to go off, and called the mechanics in Moab. Lol, nope, we don't do head gaskets, try Grand Junction. So I called the mechanics in Grand Junction. A head gasket, he exclaimed. That's a lot of fucking work. An exact quote. If you can get it here, it's gonna cost thousands. Thanks. Looks like I'm on my own for at least some ways. Walk outside. The car is now cool. I open the radiator cap. Is there enough liquid? Fuck if I know. The reserve tank is 100% empty. Maybe it's the radiator cap? Pour water in the radiator. Pour water in the reserve tank. The reserve tank just empties onto the ground. Okay, fuck. Have the bright idea. If there's air trapped in there, maybe I can run the car without the cap for a bit and it will force it out or something. At this point, I'm desperate for the problem to be anything but the head gasket. I run the car with the cap open. It knocks and squeals. Turn it off. Fuck. Put in more water. Replace the cap. Well, I have to drive either way. Decide to rock it till the wheels fall off. Drive the mobe from Green River. Stop every 10 miles to see if the problem has persisted. It stopped. Holy fuck, it's gone. Totally silent. Onward. Finally outside Mobe. Longingly past the entrances to Canyonlands and Arches. Stop at a breakfast spot. Fuck it, might as well eat. Eat a delicious Eggs Benedict. Head out the car. Seems good. Fuck it, I'm doing this. I'm going to fucking Canyonlands. This necessitates driving up a winding road, ascending 2,000 vertical feet to the top of the mesa. Drive the car as gently as possible. Stop frequently to see if it's okay. No issues. Cool. Do everything in Canyonlands. Another mind-blowing place. A place that feels like you're trespassing on sacred ground. White rim overlook. Pick related. All the other stuff. Descend back to Mobe. The car is totally fine. Fuck yes, this is great. Need to set up camp. Head down Potash Road. Pass another large petroglyph panel. Horned giants. Bug-eyed humanoids. Animal motifs. What an amazing spot. Pick related. Looks like I'm sleeping here tonight. It was at this location multiple paranormal experiences occurred, soon to be elaborated upon. Still have maybe 2 hours of light left. Corona Arch is right around the corner. Fuck yeah, let's do this. Drive on over. Car is good. Cool. Rapidly ascend the Corona Arch. Pass a bag of dog shit on the side of the trail on the way. Important for later. Make my way to the arches in the area. Absolutely stunning. Despite not being a national park, this may as well be. Feel an intense energy emanating from this place. Like I'm being watched. Multiple dogs off leash running around. Obnoxious loud people. Screaming children. But damn, look at them curves. Descend back to the parking lot. The shit bag is still there. Decide to pick it up. Apologize to the spirits that someone left shit in their sacred living room or whatever this place is. The spirits are pleased.jpg. Walk by multiple people with dogs off leash. Stare at them coldly as I walk by with my shit bag. Half a mile of dog shit holding later. Dispose of the shit in the dog shit bin. As I throw it away, a shocking realization comes to me. This is an allegory. This is what it means to actually give a shit. Another thought comes to me. If you shit on them, they will shit on you. Have a bad feeling about the person who left the shit. Maybe I passed my curse on to them. Start the car. No sound. We are a go. 15 minutes later, in town with the last light of day, dark storm clouds are forming on the horizon, obscuring the sun. But it shines through below them, as it is so low on the horizon. It's not raining, but it looks like it might. Come across nachos and eat them on the porch outside. Bomb-ass nachos. Get up to dispose of the trash. A single fat raindrop hits me on the head. I look up. As I look up, a rainbow immediately forms over the town where I'm staring. It appears over a period of maybe 5 seconds. Lingers for another 5 seconds. Seemingly no one else on the patio notices it, otherwise I would have expected to hear a chorus of oohs and ahs from the numerous children I shared it with. Snap the photo, pic related. It immediately disappears. Take meds.jpg. Yep, that's a sign. That is a fucking sign. I am set. So glad I picked up that shit. Feel unbridled confidence, like I can finish the trip. The spirits are seemingly pleased that I learned my lesson. According to this guy and Navajo legend, rainbows are means by which spirits or holy people communicate with us, their children. I didn't need any further evidence. I knew at this point I was set. I went to my camp, prepared the fire for the night, not expecting what was to come next. Now, at this point, you can say I was just hallucinating or in a semi-awake state, but it simply goes beyond that, given the subject matter and context in which it happened, in my opinion. Prepare the fire. It's a good one. The night isn't really cold, but everything feels perfect. The fire illuminates the sandstone wall by my camp. I can see my shadow softly projected to a height of almost 20 feet high. Move my hands and arms about making different shapes on the wall. I have this weird feeling that this is how the Native Americans also use the area, and even that wall, to tell stories. Burn up all of my wood. The fire's just hot coals now. Guess I'll rest. Big day tomorrow in Arches. The sky is cloudy. The moon shines through, casting enough light to illuminate the area, enough to navigate around without a flashlight. Look up at the wall, maybe 25 feet up on the embankment. At the base of the wall, I see what appear to be two figures. They look just like beige humanoid forms. I feel like I'm being watched by them. The feeling is like a combination of fear and intrigue. They aren't threatening, but they are powerful. Their heads almost look like cone-shaped, and their forms are rather smooth, almost as if they don't have limbs. The two look more or less identical. Maybe one is shorter than the other. Shine my flashlight up there. See only rocks. Rough rocks, not smooth ones. Turn off light. Well, I don't see it anymore. Guess it was just my tired mind playing tricks on me. As I lay down, I feel a sense of peace and comfort envelop me. This is where shit got real. Suddenly, it feels as if I have fallen into the ground. Intense, closed-eye visuals akin to being on mushrooms or LSD. Bright, undulating patterns of multicolored light, mostly blues and purples. Then it appears in the center of my vision. A massive, black swastika. I forgot to mention this important point from the fire earlier. As I'm sitting by the fire, I realize I should make an offering. Okay, here you go bros, try this shit. Throw some weed in the fire. Smoke a little myself. You know what? I'm so grateful. Here's another bit of weed. Think about how Native Americans would have fucking loved weed. Poured a little beer into the fire. Back to my sleep vision. The swastika starts spinning. Spinning so rapidly it's just a blur. It fills my entire field of vision. More swastikas appear in the background. Also begin spinning. Everything is happening in a sea of purple and blue undulating light like a nebula. It's an experience on par with any hallucinogenic drug trip I've ever taken in terms of how visuals were. Chains of red diamonds and other geometric patterns are flying towards me. Remember, this all happened mere moments after laying down. Fall into deep sleep. Wake up around 3 a.m. Didn't put the rain fly, so I'm sort of cold. I can see the skies are clear now. The moon is below the horizon and the stars are out. Feel a sense of happiness and peace. Feel so good that I'm emboldened. At this point, I feel like something is there. It's okay to show yourself. I'm not afraid. I'm grateful. The canyon grows noticeably silent. Immediately, hear shuffling behind the tent. A shrill whisper that almost sounds like my voice. Softly, crunch, 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 crunch. And then the sound. Thinking about it gives me fucking chills. Directly behind my head, behind only a thin layer of nylon, I hear a sound. It sounds like a mixture of the predator, but higher pitched and clicky, like a dolphin too, like a clicking giggle, once loudly, again fainter, again fainter. I'm under the impression that there's something hunched on all fours beside my head, just outside of my tent. Practically shit my pants. It's just a bird. I politely inform the spirit that I'm chickening out, not brave enough. It leaves. Fall back asleep immediately. A peaceful, deep sleep. Next day, arches. Up at 5:45 so I can get through the gates without being hassled for the entrance fee, needing the reservation pass. Entry between 7 to 4 p.m. Holy fuck. It's incredible. Sun rising over the plains. Fantastical formations rising up from the desert. Basically jog my way to Delicate Arch before there are a lot of people. Early morning light on the arch is magnificent. Devil's Garden next. Fucking amazing. Windows area, you get the picture. ADD haver's dream. Shit to see everywhere. Easily accessed. Feels like I'm not even in real life. Head back to town. Cruise down the Castle Valley to the Fisher's Tower. Looks like Angkor Wat or something. At this point I'm dead tired. Almost falling asleep as I drive. Finally stop and set up camp. As I pull into the campground again. Gurgle, gurgle. Gurgle, gurgle, gurgle. Hiss. Please have mercy on me again. Damn it, what do you want? More weed? Camp that night, nervous about the car. Make another burnt offering. Sleep is uneventful. Although I think I hear footsteps and whispering outside my tent, despite the area being desert for miles in that direction. In the morning, I try to start the car. All electrical controls are now dead. At the top of another mountain, I'm yet again fucked. Start button just beeps. Nothing turns on. Life flashes before my eyes. Bank account flashes before my eyes. Wait a second. What if... I push the key fob into the start button. The car roars to life. The fucking immobilizer was not activating. something was fucking interfering with the signal from the key fob, preventing it from working. As I typed this, my keyboard just stopped working. Jesus fucking Christ. I stopped typing and switched to a different color pattern I've never used before. What the fuck? I had to disconnect and reconnect the USB to reset it. Fucking weird. Maybe I need to burn sage or give weed or something. Holy shit. Long story short, drive home the next 500 or so miles without issue. No more hissing, no more gurgling, no more engine running on its own. The key fob is totally fine. Batteries indicated by the car is nominal. Decide against the Colorado leg of the trip. Head back home. Drive the Moab to Zion Canyon, stay the night. It's uneventful. Zion to Vegas. Have some business to take care of. Head to an account on a sales call. My contact is a Native American guy. He talks to me about how his grandpa is a medicine man and how they go out to the desert once a year, do a series of dances and rituals and things like that to be closer to the spirits. Sounds familiar, huh? Don't tell him any of this shit, not to sound like a schizophrenic maniac. Drive home from there. No issues. If you're wondering what happened to my car, here's what I can gather. The radiator cap broke. The lower valve and spring broke off and fell into the radiator. As a result, the pressure release valve was not activating. At a high altitude, the car was overly pressured and the engine was under great stress. The pressure had nowhere to escape to, except the reserve coolant tank. I inspected the top of the coolant tank and see that the lid is warped. The base is cracked. Flush the radiator and get the repair taken care of. Cheaper than a head gasket. I would like to thank the spirits for helping me through the trip, and I'm pretty sure the keyboard chip was parting acknowledgement of what happened here. I have nothing to gain by lying out of this. I have family and friends who lurk here, who may even be reading this and know who I am, but I don't give a fuck because this is what actually happened. So I go home and decide to look up what does swastika mean in Native American mythology, and what I read made me stop in my tracks. Navajo called the swastika the whirling log. The text is taken from another website regarding its significance. The motif, called the whirling log, in Navajo culture is one appearance of one of the oldest symbols to be depicted by human beings. The symbol has been recorded in rock and cave paintings from at least 6,000 years ago, and in Navajo culture, the whirling log represents well-being, good luck, and protection. This is one iteration of the whirling log tale, adapted from a work by Beth Barth of the Nizoni Ranch Gallery in Sonita, Arizona. The hero of the story sets out on a long journey. At first, the gods try to persuade him against going, but seeing his determination, they help him hollow out a log in which he will travel down the river. Along the way, which ultimately results in his gaining important ceremonial knowledge. In one such instance, he and his craft are captured by the water people, who carry him down beneath the waters, to the home of the water monster. Black God threatens to set fire to the water monster's home, and the hero is released, but not before being taught by Frog how to cure illness caused by the water people. When he finally reaches the lake that is his destination, the gods catch his log and help him to shore. Wandering about, the hero comes upon a whirling cross with two yays, holy beings, seated on each end. From then, he learns the knowledge of farming and giving seeds. He then returns home to share these gifts with his people until the late 1800s, when J. Lorenzo Hubel and J.B. Moore opened their trading post in Arizona and New Mexico. Navajos portrayed the whirling log solely in their religious ceremonies in the form of sand paintings. But in 1896, the symbol proliferated on Navajo rugs. The parallels are rather obvious, and I had zero knowledge of the story prior to my trip. Make of it what you will, but I personally, definitely a believer now. BRB, gonna go buy some sage to burn. That's all, folks.